I'm William H, and welcome back to Super Thief. Hard to believe, but the first episode of Family Guy aired all the way back in January of 1999. After first getting cancelled, the show got reinstated by Fox and became an adult animation phenomenon. With over 2 decades of material, it wasn't easy picking the cream of the crop. But here are our top 10 best Family Guy episodes of all time. Number 10. Meet the Quagmires. Starting off our list is the episode where Peter accepts Def's offer to go back in time to 1984 so he can relive a day of single life in his high school years. But when Peter ditches Lois at prom, the future is drastically altered. Now Al Gore's president, Chevy Chase, hosts the Tonight Show, and more importantly, Lois is married to Quagmire. What comes next is a hilarious Back to the Future parody that sees Peter trying to reverse the butterfly effect and win Lois back. The episode excellently fuses the show's trademark humor with a solid, fleshed out plot as well. And come on, who can't laugh at seeing Stewie, Meg, and Chris with Quagmire's chin and quirks? Number 9. Inside Family Guy. This more recent episode really changed things up by serving us a behind the scenes look at how the typical Family Guy episode is produced, framing it as though the series is actually a live action show, with each character given a completely different real life personality. Plot wise, the cast throw Peter off the show for being impossible to work with, and he's replaced by David Spade. But they quickly grow tired of him, so when Peter comes back with an apology, they're eager to take him back. After having gotten to know our beloved characters over so many episodes, seeing them in such a different light is seriously jarring, but also seriously hilarious, and enough to clinch our number 9 spot. Number 8. Petarded. We all know Peter is no genius. But in this one, Peter himself is convinced of this, and he takes a test to prove it. Then the results come in, and he actually qualifies as mentally challenged. Although initially devastated, Peter learns that his newfound reputation as the town retard ensures he can get away with pretty much anything. Of course, this loses him the kids and lands Lois in the hospital, but it all works out in the end. Morally ambiguous? Absolutely. But the scenes of Peter testing out what he can get away with will get anyone laughing out loud. Seriously, don't even try to fight it. Number 7. 3 directors. Like Inside Family Guy, this fairly recent episode again saw the series creators experiment with something out of the box. And again, it absolutely worked. The episode revolves around the story of Peter being fired from the brewery, with the catch that this same premise is interpreted by 3 different directors: Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson, and Michael Bay. While the Tarantino Kill Bill spoof and the parody on Wes Anderson's On the Nose artistry hit their mark, the standout here is the Michael Bay segment. Seeing a muscled up Peter going up against Transformers with Bay-style whirling cameras, quick edits, and American flags is a trip down popcorn blockbuster lane wrapped in comedic gold. Number 6. PTV. It won't come as a surprise that the Family Guy producers and network censors have a rocky relationship, and PTV is basically one giant screw you to the FCC. The episode sees the FCC censor all television after a mishap at the Emmys, prompting Peter to start his own R-rated network. The FCC in turn quickly responds by just censoring everything, with the episode highlights including a Homer Simpson cameo, a lengthy Osama bin Laden sequence, and Peter's side boob. This is one where all shots fired strike bullseye. Number 5. Rhode to the Multiverse. Here Brian and Stewie get a special remote that enables them to travel between all the versions of Quahog existing in the multiverse, including a world where the Japanese won World War II, the Robot Chicken universe, and a live action universe that is without a doubt gonna freak you out. Utilizing a serviceable, bare bones plot, the pop culture loaded versions of Quahog are as visually edgy and sardonic as they are hilarious. But seriously, be warned for that live action part. Number 4. The Boom. This Family Guy classic aired all the way back in December of 1999 in the show's sophomore season. After the Y2K bug destroys the world as we knew it, the Griffins are among the few remaining survivors. Next in this jam-packed episode, the crew find Randy Newman in the wastelands, Stewie morphs into a hybrid radioactive squid, and Peter finds salvation in a sprawling cache of Twinkies. But above all, the episode marks the debut of the epic blood feud between Peter and Ernie the Giant Chicken, with the fistfight that never ends. Truly epic. Number 3. Dog Bites Bear. This stellar outing from season 16 is one of the rare times that the show focuses on emotion over laughs, delving into the root of the bond between Stewie and Brian. When a drunken Brian tears Stewie's toy bear Rupert to shreds, Brian and the resentful Stewie track to Vermont to scatter his ashes. In a standout scene, Stewie explains to Brian that he loved Rupert so much because he'll be the only friend he'll have after Brian inevitably passes away. With a funny comedic side plot involving Peter's refusal to wash his hand to boot, the episode shines by giving viewers a deeper insight into the characters many have been following for almost 2 decades. Number 2. Rhode to Rhode Island. Like Dog Bites Bear, this one also gave us some tear-jerking moments, while at the same time though giving us one of the funniest Family Guy scripts ever. It kicks off with Brian volunteering to pick up Stewie from his grandparents and flying back to Quahog. Trouble starts when the plane tickets are stolen, setting the duo upon a cross-country road trip for the ages. All the while back in Quahog, Peter becomes addicted to porn movies masquerading as relationship counseling videos. In all, it was comedic adult animation done to near perfection. Before we get to our epic number 1 pick, let's quickly shine a spotlight on these honorary mentions. Number 1. Blue Harvest. The first of Family Guy's hour-long spoofs of the Star Wars franchise immediately gave us parody perfection. When the power goes out, Peter takes it upon himself to retell A New Hope, giving each cast member a leading role. What follows is a truly, and here I go again, hilarious shot-for-shot remake of one of the most iconic movies ever made, filled with too many celebrity cameos to mention. And with the actual music and effects from the film, it had just the right amount of authenticity too. It came as no surprise that fans wanted more, eventually resulting in more Family Guy Star Wars parodies, but none came close to toppling this instant classic. So, what did you think of our list? With so much to choose from, did we overlook anything? Let us know in the comments. You can also check out this other recent Super Thief video. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date on all our entertaining content.